All right. And we're back for another episode of acCOUNTable. And I'm not really sure what episode number. I mean, I had to do a part 1 and a part 2, and that kind of threw things off. So, like, I label it episode 13, and then it ends up being episode 12. So, I'm not even going to say a number. I'm not even going to say a number for you guys. However, I'm here. So, you know about what they say about college? You go to college, you get a degree, and get a job. Nah. College is for making friends. College is for networking. And a guy that I networked with is my boy Fred right here. And my boy does all the types of videography. I'm talking about the drone stuff. I'm talking about the wedding type stuff. I'm talking about he got a big camera that look like he about to shoot a movie types. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How you doing, bro?
I'm good, bro. How are you?
I'm good. It's early in the morning, but I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. You're a busy man.
Yeah. I try to stay busy, bro. I try to.
What have you been working on recently?
Recently, I've been filming a few projects. There's a new studio space that I'm working at, and we're doing a promo for them opening up. It's called a Launchbox Collective, and then they have a bunch of space for you, like, you know, kind of rooms like these, but they're already decorated and stuff, soundproof. Just, you know, a space for creators. Working on that, and then
Sounds interesting.
A quinceañera. It is really interesting. A quinceañera I filmed last week, and just kind of a real estate video as well. So kind of all over the place, you know.
How much do you normally charge for these?
You know, it depends on the project, right? A lot of it depends on editing time, travel, how long I'm gonna be filming.
And you're editing it yourself?
Yes, I do.
That's relentless.
Yeah, it's just the whole 6 figures, you know, the whole.
Yes, that sounds relentless. I would not want to edit myself.
Yeah, I mean, it takes work, you know. It's it's very time consuming. So
is that the hardest?
Like
is that the hardest part of the process?
I would say so. Yeah, filming is usually the funnest part, just because you get creative with it, and editing is fun as well.
Hold on, you're barely showing up on my mic.
Really?
Yeah. Can you see your mic?
Yeah, just to make sure. It's all good.
Testing. Okay, you're.
It's good. Yeah, you need to speak louder.
Yeah, just speak a little louder. Or
a little louder.
Directly into it, you'll be good.
Okay, so yeah, where was I? The process.
The process.
Yeah.
What's the hardest part about it?
Editing, definitely
Editing,
editing.
for sure.
Yeah, it's just time consuming, and a lot of times when I shoot, I plan with the edit in mind. So I don't just when I don't have an
Your
idea.
computer ever died on you mid-edit?
It has, bro.
That sucks.
And it sucks when my hard drive is connected because you're supposed to eject it and stuff. But yeah, it happens, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what all do you do in total? Like, what's the whole package? What do you offer?
Package. What I offer? Well, I offer different packages, right? Like, I'll offer a mini clip package where I'll walk in there for about a 45 minutes, an hour shoot, and then I'll film just the event, you know? Like, if, for example, you have a birthday party or something, or a business grand opening, whatever it may be. I film it for about an hour. I get, you know, shots of the owner, the important people there. I always like to ask people who are the important people, right? If it's a birthday party, who are your siblings, your family, you know? Because you don't want to film just random people and not have the most important people missing, you know? So anyways, I film people having a good time or whatever they want me to, whether it's capturing interactions with the people, maybe a product, whatever it is. And then I do like slow motion videos, kind of recapping the event.
If you don't like the way that holds, you can move it like this. Like
Oh,
you can
really?
twist it up here to make it. Yeah.
No,
My
I mean,
co-host
cool.
just has it like that.
Yeah, it's all good.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how my co-host has it.
Okay, no, this works.
Okay, yeah.
And yeah, bro, I just show up, I film, and then I give like about six mini clips, 10 to 15 seconds, and then I also offer a package where I go and I do the same thing, but about an hour shoot. I do like 3 mini clips, but then I do a full-on edited video, you know, like a commercial recap, like 90-second videos. And it's kind of crazy because you think like, oh, 90 seconds, like that's not too long, right? But 90 seconds is a long time when it comes to like editing, shooting, and all that, you know. Like a movie scene will take a whole day to shoot, like a 30-second or a 2-minute movie scene, you know.
Yeah.
All day shooting.
I understand.
Yeah, so it's a lot of creativity and just making sure everything's perfect, you know. Like with the editing, I have to make sure the cuts match, like with the music. Like if I have I don't know if you've ever made beats or anything like that, but there's like sound waves, right? And I have to match each cut. Like when the bass hits, boom, that's a cut right there. Cut that scene right there, just to make it match better. Little details that it's tedious, but I think it's important to. I think that's how I stand out from other people. I feel confident in my sound design when it comes to filming and editing. I like to. What you see is what you should also hear.
And that's just the standard.
That's a good
Hold
standard. No worries. And tell me if I need to reposition myself.
No, you're good. You can sit right there. I just wanted to move it over a little bit more.
Do I need to stand up more, or is that cool?
No, you're good. You're
Okay,
good. You're good.
bet.
Relax.
Cool.
Early morning.
Early morning, bro.
Yeah, good morning, by the way.
Good morning. But yeah, that's what you should see. What you see is what you should hear. That's kind of like a good standard, We're filming a scene outside, and there's a bunch of traffic, and then in the video, it's like crisp audio between you and me, and there's like no background noise.
Yeah.
They're like, bro, this does not sound real. Like,
Yeah.
I've never been in front of traffic and not hear it. So a lot goes into it, just like attention to detail,
Mm-hmm.
Little things like that. But yeah, bro.
So, the drone stuff. Do you like the drone?
I do.
Like to use it?
Yeah. I actually got my drone before I got any of my real cameras.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was filming on my phone for a while.
Okay.
And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get a drone.
Have you ever crashed it?
I have. I
You have?
crashed it the first time I used it, bro.
Do you have to
broke
like
it,
get a
yeah.
new one when that happens, or what?
Yeah,
How does
yeah.
that-
It
Golly.
has warranty. So
Okay.
yeah, I've crashed it a couple times. I broke it once, and then I've crashed it a few times after that, but not as bad,
Have you ever crashed it like while on the job, like while recording?
Not on
something for
the
somebody?
job. I think actually, yeah. A few weeks ago, I kind of
Yeah.
crashed. Not bad.
What was going on? Like,
It was
what
a
job
tree
was
branch.
it?
It was a tree branch, bro. I was flying it through an area where it barely fit.
Mhm.
I was paying attention, but I guess it moved too fast. It like jittered, and because it has different modes, like slow, it's called cinematic mode, normal, and then sport mode.
Mhm.
And yeah, I moved too fast. It hit a tree branch, and it's a small drone, so any little impact, it starts wobbling all over the place. But that was.
So how do you get it back when you like damage it? Do you got to go drive over to where you?
Yeah. I bought it at Best Buy, so I just take it there, and then I.
No,
return it.
like when you're flying it,
Oh.
and then it gets damaged somewhere and it just breaks. You gotta drive over to where it's at, like.
Yeah, well, a lot of times,
Or can you sometimes
luckily,
fly it back.
no. Well, if it's broken, it's broken. Like it can't fly
Okay.
back. The one time I've only broken it once, and that was when I was flying it in Montgomery Plaza. I was flying it. There's a mode that lets it automatically do a 360 around you, and I let it do it, and it hit a pole, and then it fell. Yeah, yeah. But it's okay. I got a new one, and then yeah, bro. Luckily, that's the only time, and that was just me messing with it. I wasn't on a job, so anytime I'm on a job, I try to be more careful, because it can go a certain distance too, but then it starts losing signal. There's places where there's aircrafts and stuff, and it can't fly. Like it knows that the airplanes are around. Airports, stuff like that,
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's like the government just like it knows when it won't let your drone fly up. I remember one time I was shooting in Grapevine, and the drone was up, and then it was like, you can't fly because there's airplanes around here. I was like, okay, cool, that's fine. But it gives you 90 seconds to come down, or to stay up in the air. But after those 90 seconds, regardless of what you do to the remote, it's gonna come down. It doesn't matter if there's traffic. It doesn't matter if you're in front of a lake. It's gonna come down, And it went up, and I was like, okay, I'm getting the shot. I forgot my 90 seconds had gone up, and then it started going down, like in the middle of downtown Grapevine, bro. I was like, damn, it's gonna get ran over.
Yeah.
And then I just like moved, because you can still move it. You can control where it lands, but you can't keep it up anymore. It's going down. So just think of it going down in the middle of the traffic, and I'm just like, I have to find somewhere to land it,
Wait. So you can't like you can't bring it back over towards where you are. Like it's just gonna.
You can, but what I'm saying is, like, let's say I flew it half a mile down the road, right? My 90 seconds are up, and I'm not even that high off the ground, and it starts coming down. Like it won't make it. It won't stay in the air long enough to make it all the way back to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Catch
exactly.
itself.
Exactly. So I have to land it somewhere around there, and then I got to go run looking for it.
Yeah. That sucks. God,
But yeah,
sounds like a headache, really.
it is sometimes, but I mean, it's not too bad. Could be worse.
So, Can you tell me about like the most boring experience that you've had on the job?
Boring, boring, boring. Uh,
Yeah, like have you ever just been like at a job and be like, man, I don't even want to do this anymore. Like I just want to go home. Like I just want to
I
do something
think
else.
not necessarily such a boring job because some jobs are easier than others. Like sometimes I'm all over the place with a gimbal, with that
Mhm.
thing that looks like a robot.
Mhm.
But sometimes all I got to do is set the camera on a tripod. But even then, like when I'm filming like conferences or stuff like that, real simple, dude. I just put just like the cameras here, the same thing.
Mhm.
And but it's cool because I get to hear what they're talking about. I learn a little bit about whatever business or event I'm at. I wouldn't say I've been bored, but I would say when you have a difficult client or somebody who may be a little disrespectful or something, like it doesn't matter how much they pay you, how much like you don't
Yeah.
want to be disrespected or when somebody's just like entitled. I think that's when
Yeah, I
it's probably
understand.
the most play time where I've been like, I kind of don't really feel like being here. Like, why am I even here? Like, I
Yeah,
feel like
I totally
I'm over
understand
here
that.
gonna, because I don't half-ass any of my work. Whether whatever it is, I don't care if I film for a small business owner, a big business owner. Like, I'm gonna give it my 100% regardless of who it is. Because at the end of the day, it's a representation of my work. Whether
Yeah.
I like that person or not. But there is times where like it's like I'm over here like like having a headache over the edit or whatever, staying up late working to catch up on work, and I'm like, bro, this person's not even worth like
Yes,
because
especially the
they're just
editing process.
yeah. So I wouldn't say I've had a boring gig, but there is times where you don't want to be there because of how a person is or something, a rude person. But
Yeah.
for the most part, 90% of the time, it's all good. It's all good times, learning curves, learning a lot.
So can you tell me what project was the most fun, like on the flip side?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So there's so many, bro. Like I filmed a wedding with my friend Jose Rios, and he invited me about 2 months ago, I think it was, to film. I was a second shooter with him, and it was cool. I learned a lot on that time, on that shoot. It was just a good. He has a lot more experience than me in weddings and stuff, and it was cool to go with him and learn how fast paced weddings are. And then on the flip side, I filmed the promo for that building I told you about yesterday,
Mhm.
that creative space.
Mhm.
And that's more like a short film. Like we had lights that are mounted to the walls, a big key light here on the side, RGB lights. Like it's crazy. It's like like a film. You know what I mean? And it's crazy when you see the difference between something that's I'm used to filming a lot of run and gun, which means like fast paced stuff. You don't always have to have the camera settings perfect because you don't have time. Sometimes you won't always get the perfect lighting because if somebody's getting married and they're about to kiss, like I don't have time to adjust my settings, bro. Like
Yeah.
if the settings are wrong, like screw it. Like I have to get the shot, and
Yeah.
I can't tell them, hey, kiss again. Like
Yeah. Hey, run that back.
yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah, I
Whereas if
understand.
you're shooting like a short film, like we were doing yesterday, you can do as many takes as you want. You can be there all day if you have to.
Mhm.
So I think that was cool, like filming something like a wedding that's real fast paced, and then filming something that like yesterday's event where it was like a promos, like making sure we get the lighting perfect, audio has to be perfect, like you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Everything in the frame, align it perfectly. It's really cool to see both sides, and I think if you can master both, which is my goal to get really good at both, is it just adds more value to you as a filmmaker slash videographer.
Which do you prefer to do, like a wedding, birthday party type thing, or a
Mm.
business type thing?
I like both. I'm open to both right now. I don't think I've found like my niche yet, because I film so many random things. Like, I think I want to stay along the side of business, but I definitely won't turn down any opportunities to film if they pop up. But if you told me today, like, hey, would you rather go film a wedding today or a business shoot? I kind of want to do a business because I feel like I have plenty of experience in not necessarily a whole bunch of weddings. I haven't filmed a whole bunch of weddings, but I'm used to filming those kind of events where there's people having a good time, a lot of nice decorations in the building. I'm pretty used to that. So I think filming like commercials for big companies or small companies, it doesn't matter, but make it real professional. It's very different.
Mhm.
Like and that's something that I want to learn. That's not a weakness that I have. It's just something that I haven't mastered yet, and that's something that I want to learn just like there's so much that goes into like car commercials and stuff, you know. They'll literally mount the camera like on the hood of the car, you know, like they're like suction cups that mount the camera on it. It's a lot that goes into it, and those are like all day shoots though. So that's like I want to get good at that stuff, like mastering lighting. Yeah, because the run and gun stuff, like the weddings and all that,
How do you learn stuff like that? Like,
just trial and error, bro. Trial and error. Like I mess up all the time, you know.
mm-hmm.
And I will say this: the more you mess up while you're filming, the more time you spend editing. So that's why it's so important that if you can get good at the basics, at mastering the camera, at least the fundamentals, then you're gonna save yourself so much time editing, bro. And yeah, it's just a learning curve, bro. I mess up all the time, but I think that's the best way to learn. YouTube obviously helps. I didn't go to school for this stuff. Yeah, just trial and error, man.
What's your like biggest long term goals? Like, what do you want to do? You want to make a movie or something?
Long term goal, you know, there's so many, bro. But I think long term is be my own boss. Long term, right? That's the whole reason I started this. You know, it's as much as I love filming and have a passion for it. It's not like I want to work for the biggest company for the rest of my life for the next 20 years, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's people that, you know, that they want to be in the NFL, be the NFL videographer for like, they want to make a career out of that, filming at football players. Like, and that's cool. That's badass. But for me, I'd much rather, if it means filming people who are, you know, maybe not as big as the NFL, but I get to choose my own lifestyle, my own, you know, schedule. That's what I want at the end of the day, whether that's through filming, whether that's whatever it may be. I think I'm using filming because I love it, but I'm using it to be my own boss. You know, I want to be able to set set time aside for my family, for my friends who, you know, people that I care about. Like if tomorrow's my dad's birthday, I'm going to say, you know what, I'm not working tomorrow. You know, I don't want a boss telling me you have to work tomorrow when it's my dad's birthday or my grandma's celebration or something, you know, little things like that. It's the lifestyle. I don't think it's so much about like the money. Obviously you need money to live, right? And we all want to make a good living, but it's the lifestyle and the freedom that I want. That's the long term, you know?
Yeah, I relate to that in a way, but like, is there like a dream project? There's got to be a dream project, right?
Dream project. Probably make a movie.
Yeah.
It sounds cliche, but yeah, make a movie, but like from scratch, bro. Like I want to be like the director, like the writer, you know, not just the camera guy behind a movie. Like something like a story. I want to create this story. I want to tell this story.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
That's what I would like. And then kind of, I don't know, because they say that there's people that, my bad.
No, you're good.
They say that there's people that when they film movies, like they add too much of their own personal life to it, and that kind of like that's not, you shouldn't do that. But I would add like little things,
little sprinkle,
you know? A little sprinkle, so like if my
hint.
family saw, I'd be like, oh, I remember that, you know. I know what he's
Yeah.
referencing, you know, little things like that. But yeah, bro, a movie for sure.
A movie. Anything else? Just a movie?
I don't know, man. It's so hard to tell. Like it's so early in the I feel like I'm still in the building stage, you know.
Would you ever do this for like a sporting event?
Yeah, absolutely. I filmed a few people who were in sports, a few friends of mine.
Yeah, I seen you locked in with Trevor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that. I seen him fight before.
Oh, really?
So I do pre and post fight commentary.
Yeah.
For TNF Tuesday Night Fights Lamb 4.
Mm-hmm.
So he fights there. He was in the main event the last time I was there. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
he's a great guy.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Really cool dude.
He's a good fighter. Very good fighter.
Mm-hmm.
How was it like working with him?
It was cool, man. I mean, he's my friend, so it's cool to be able to create something with people that you have a relationship with, you know, as opposed to somebody who you don't know, which is fine too. You end up building a relationship.
When you're working with friends, do you like do it for free or how does that work?
I have in the early stages, but now for the most part, I always charge just because it kind of slows you down when you do stuff for free or for the low, you know, because it's not fair to someone who's paying me full price for things, or, you know, or like bigger budget stuff, because then I get behind. I'm doing something for free, I start working on that, and then I get behind on the project for the guy who paid me a good amount, and it's not fair to him, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Or if I do it for a lower price because of budget or whatever the case may be, like they would have to be understanding that their project isn't gonna come first, because I have somebody who's, who paid. I would still put the same amount of effort into it, and that's why I wouldn't knock it out quick. Cause I could be like, yeah, I'll do it for free and like half-ass it and just like finish it quick. But
Yeah.
I don't like to half-ass any of my work. So, but yeah, just depends, But yeah, he's a great guy, right?
Yeah, he's a really good fighter.
Really good fighter, yeah.
How long you been knowing him?
I knew him. I've been knowing him for probably about 6 months, bro. It's funny. I met him outside a parking lot when my truck was failing.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I used to work at Glorious, the restaurant Glorious in 7th Street, on 7th Street, and I can't remember if I went to the gym or something.
Was this at night?
Yeah, this was
He's
at
probably
night.
coming from one of the fights because they used to fight on the at the Whiskey Garden on 7th Street.
Oh, really? Maybe it
Yeah.
was. But what happened is, so I go to LA Fitness.
Was it on a Tuesday?
I don't remember, bro. I really don't remember. I don't remember, but me and my brother, we were working out right at the gym.
Yeah.
And then we had seen him. I didn't know his name at the time. We had seen him. I was like, bro, this guy looks like, we both told each other, like, this guy looks like an MMA fighter, like someone I've seen on TV or something. And then we didn't think too much of it. I was like, yeah, you're right. And then fast forward to like a week, my truck breaks down at the parking lot. It won't turn on. I made it to work, but when I was leaving my shift, it wouldn't turn on. And I was trying to get jumper cables, and then he came in his truck, and then he offered me, jumper cables. And I was like, hey, bro, you go to the gym, right? I was like, yeah. And we ended up talking. I told him I'm a videographer. He told me he fights. And then kind of the rest is history, I would see him more at the gym. Like, what's up, bro? And kind of just build a good relationship. He was always in the gym. I used to go to the gym a little bit more often, and I'd see him there work out, and then I knew he fought, and then he knew I filmed. And we were like, we're gonna work together one day, and then the opportunity came, and we did that.
Yeah, it's lit. So back to you for a second. Well, for the rest of the interview.
Yeah, that's all good. Yeah.
But so you were talking about like when you're working for clients, are you the one that's coming up with the ideas for the videos, or are they coming up with the ideas for the videos?
Yeah, that's a good question. So it depends, right? I always ask the client what they want, right? Because at the end of the day, I can be a creative person, but you're hiring me to make your needs come true, right? And yeah, I always ask the client, hey, is there any type of video that you want? If you'd like, please send me videos that you like, like inspo videos. Send them to me. I can make them similar. And sometimes they tell me, yeah, they know exactly what they want. And then there's other times where they give me full creative control. They're like, you know what? I'm new to the video or social media world, because there's plenty of successful businesses that are very successful, but they don't have that exposure sometimes, or they do, but they get a lot of jobs through word of mouth. And they're doing great, but they're like, I want to step it up a notch and get in the social media world, make more connections that way. And they don't know about marketing strategies and all this other stuff. And that's where they're like, you know what? I trust you. Just make me a good video. And that's where I kind of just like do my own thing. And for the most part,
sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sweet.
That's about it, bro. Yeah. But I always ask the client what they want, because at the end of the day, I have to accomplish their needs,
Okay. Is it more fun when you have your own control, or do you like to have a direction by somebody?
I'd say it's fun when I have my own control, just because I plan I shoot with the edit in mind, so I kind of have an idea of, I have my style of working and stuff. But at the same time, it is pretty nice when the client knows what they want too, because it's a 50-50, right? They can say, yeah, I give you full creative control, and maybe I think it's really good, but they see it and they're like, this is not what I wanted.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas, yeah, and if they know exactly what they want, or maybe it's going to be a little bit stricter, right? I have to do things a certain way, but at least I'll know.
Yeah, at least
what they want.
Yeah, they're gonna like it.
Exactly.
The finished product.
Exactly. Whereas the other one, it might take a couple drafts. Like I might have to readjust it, But I usually, for the most part, when they give me creative control, 90% of the time they're fine with the first draft or final result,
But yeah, okay, yeah, that's typical.
Yeah, bro.
Do you ever like see yourself maybe like running a social media like for a company?
I've thought about it. I don't know how.
like you do their videos, and then you'll edit like their post pictures that go up. Like, do you just do videos, or is it pictures too?
I'm starting to dabble with photography.
Okay.
Yeah, I took some headshots last week of a healthcare event, and it was really good. I feel like I'm getting better at it. I invested into some big lights for Black Friday. I bought like 2 big old lights, and I used that to get good camera shots. Only thing is my cameras aren't photo cameras. They're video cameras, right? So when I do these headshots and stuff, I have to rent out a camera, and then I take these pictures. But I'm getting good at it, and at least with headshots and stuff, right? And I do wanna get into it. So maybe like going into the year, I'll buy a good photo camera. You know, I think that would open up doors too. You know, maybe 1 week it's slow on the video side, but I'll get photography gigs that week, and then vice versa. So I definitely want to get in there just to master it. You know, it's good to know all of it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you'll be well versed on both sides of the camera.
Exactly.
Video and photo.
Exactly.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about having like an understudy, like somebody coming in and learning underneath you?
Absolutely. Yeah. Whether that's someone who's just really passionate about it, or my brothers. I have 3 younger brothers, and they don't have to do it. You know, it's only if they want to. But yeah, because eventually you need help. You can only go so far on your own. You know, whether especially with like weddings and stuff. Because when I film these events, I have different cameras. I have 2 cameras now, and I have one main one that I'm walking around with, right, and I have another stationary one on a tripod. But the thing is that even though I can do it by myself, there's only so much you can do, because I don't know if the people move from where they were standing, where I had the tripod focused on them, like I lose the shot. Like, you know, you need someone just to stand at the tripod, make sure they're in focus. If they move a little bit, keep the camera centered on them, you know? Yeah. And yeah, it's just gonna, at the end of the day, it's gonna make the video come out better. So why not hire somebody, you know? But it would be nice to hire somebody who you kind of trained, you know, or at least has a similar style of with and align with, like, that aligns with your style, I guess you could say. And that makes your videos kind of align together. But
How often do you use the drone? Like, when do you go, like,
almost every shoot. Yeah, I always like to shoot with the drone. But at the end, it also depends on what the shoot is. Like, sometimes there's not a need for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the purpose of the drone, in my eyes, is to show the setting of the place. I want to show off the space, right? If we're trying to show off your office here, and we're making a promo video, like highlighting the little decorations you got, the setup you have in here, I would probably still use the drone just to show off the building. So when people show up here, they're like, "Hey, bro, I think you sent me the wrong address." Just like I texted.
Yeah, every time.
Yeah, every time.
Every time. You're not the only one. Yeah. Every time people are like, "Oh, that's a bank. You sure that's it?" I'm like, "Yes, yes, I'm sure."
Exactly. So if you made a promo video showing off your space, we'd start off with like an opening shot of the building. That way they know. They might not know which door it is in there, right? But at least they know, okay, I'm at the right place. And I think that's the purpose of the drone for me, is showing the setting where it is, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Back to movies. I'm sorry, I'm scattered.
It's all good, bro.
All over the place.
Me too. Me too.
All over the place.
No worries.
So back to movies. Do you have like a favorite movie?
There's a lot of movies I like, bro. I'm trying to think of one I like. I like The Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, that's a cool movie.
I like Interstellar. I saw Interstellar for the first time. Really good movie. Yeah, that was really good. Yes. Goodfellas, those are classics. Yes. Yes. The Godfather.
Yes. Yes. Scarface.
Al Pacino. I like a lot of those old, like Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, some great actors. Matthew McConaughey's really good actor. Denzel Washington, one of the GOATs. Yes. Yeah. I saw the new Equalizer a few months ago. You didn't like it, bro? I liked it. I really liked it.
I didn't like it. I'm not gonna lie.
I liked it, bro. I did.
It just kind of feels like the same old movie
plot.
Every time. Yeah, like switch.
I mean, there's only. It's like John Wick, you know. I mean, yeah. But they're all good. I like Denzel. He's just who he, like, his acting skills, bro. Like, he can be in a movie it's a basic plot. I mean, it really is. There's plenty of movies with the same plot as The Equalizer, right?
Yeah,
But
you see somebody get violated, or you see somebody
yeah,
do something to
and
your
this guy's
friend or your
yeah,
daughter or whatever. They get
yeah,
kidnapped, and then now the guy that's retired
yeah,
comes out of
exactly,
retirement, the badass, come
yeah,
kick your ass,
exactly.
all of that.
But he's just such a good actor, bro. Like his he can make a basic plot like a great movie.
Yeah.
I just like he's just a great actor. And there's certain actors that are like that, you know. You put like Leonardo DiCaprio, McConaughey, Denzel. You put those guys in a movie with a basic plot. For the most part, right? It's gonna be a good. It's gonna sell, you know. I mean, maybe it's because they have a good reputation already. But I mean, I don't know. I like them as actors. They're cool. They got a cool style to them, you know.
Was there a movie that made you pick up the camera, or was there something else that made you
Yeah,
pick up the
so
camera?
I was actually around the time that I met you. I think about 6 months before is when I started getting into all this stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and I've always loved movies. And one of the movies, it was just kind of a weird feeling. I don't know how to explain it. Like it kind of just clicked. Like I was like, man, I kind of want to get into this. And that movie was Blood Diamond. It was Blood
I've
Diamond.
heard of that, but I've never seen it.
Yeah, it has Leonardo DiCaprio and this other really
The
famous
goat.
actor. Yeah, and this other famous actor. I forgot what his name is, but he's a great actor as well. And essentially, the plot is they're trying to find these diamonds or something. I don't know if it was in Africa or somewhere like that, right? And it was a great plot though, and I liked the movie, and it felt real cinematic. Like it got me really like emotional. I don't know. I'd say I'm a pretty like emotional person, and I don't think in a bad way. You know, like in a good way. Like I use
Mm-hmm.
my emotions to motivate me and stuff. And I think to anybody that's in the movie world, I think is emotional because I mean movies have emotion, right? They
Mm-hmm.
make you feel a certain way.
They're supposed to,
They're supposed
at
to.
least.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
supposed to. And I don't think a person who's dull and dry um, can really can film a good movie. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
they
Maybe
yeah, I agree.
yeah, maybe they might be socially awkward, maybe, but that doesn't mean they don't have emotions. You know, that's just how they. But and maybe they're making movies is the way they express themselves and the way they do it right. You
Mm-hmm.
know. But anyways, so I felt emotional at that time. I was like, man, that was a good movie. Like, I like that feeling. Like, I think it'd be cool to make people feel that way. And that's when I started getting into like acting and stuff. And then eventually, I kind of the acting died down and it turned into like videography and stuff. But it was that movie and The Office. Believe it or not, the show The
The Office is
Office.
hilarious.
Yeah, bro. I was watching
The
The
Office is
Office.
fucking hilarious.
I was watching The Office. It's a great show. Yeah, it's hilarious.
Hilarious.
And there was this one scene.
Timeless as
Yes,
well.
bro. It got me through college. Like,
Yeah, you could turn it on at any moment.
exactly,
like,
bro. Exactly.
and it's hilarious.
That's what I did. I would watch it all the time, dude. I get home from college and from
Absolutely
TCC.
timeless.
And
When it was on
yeah.
Netflix, best stuff ever.
Exactly. Yeah. And that was like around the time we met. That's when it was on Netflix.
Yeah.
And anyways,
Great
there was
time.
a scene in there. I forgot which character it was. I don't know if it was Andy or Jim. And they said it was along the same time I watched the other movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like they said something like take a risk or something like that. It was like a real normally The Office is real funny
Mm-hmm.
and like dull. And this one scene, I just watched it at the perfect time. It was just like it was like I felt like it was speaking to me. He said something
Inspirational.
about it was
almost.
inspirational, yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought it was weird because like that movie, I watched that movie, I felt that way. And then I watched this and a show that's funny. It's always making me laugh, but the one time I watched it after that movie is like it said something inspirational when I was already feeling that way. And I was like, man, this is a sign, you know? And I talked to my dad about something along those lines, like about my dreams and stuff. All this is like within a week or a few days, like 3 day time span. And I was like, man, I'm gonna do it, you know, like screw it.
Yeah, you were figuring shit out for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck it, bro. Like, let's take the risk, you know.
When are you gonna finally do that short film?
I don't know, man. I wanna write a short film. Like, I wanna do it from scratch.
Yeah.
And right now it's a little. I'm learning how to manage my time better. Just 'cause now I'm full time video, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a good thing, and I love it. But it's definitely different than when you have your own schedule. Like I know if you've heard the phrase like having too much time, and
Yes.
I don't have too much time. Like luckily I've been I've been busy. Like I've been staying busy with work. But it is different when you have your own. You have to make your own schedule, right? You have to set time aside for the things that you want to do, whether that's working out, even eating, bro. Like sometimes I'll forget to eat because like I'm
So
so
busy.
focused,
Yeah,
bro. Like
I understand.
I won't make time for it.
I've had days like that.
Yeah, and especially when you work for yourself, I don't know. It's just different. No excuses. You can still get everything done. It's just sometimes it gets a little getting used to, and I just have to manage my time better. And the point I'm getting at is, right now I'm like in the building stage of my business.
Mm-hmm.
I just invested into all these cameras. I'm always working. I'm trying to build my portfolio up, getting as many clients as I can, build a good reputation, etc.
You have your own website?
I do. I build a website. That's another thing I build. I build my website, and so it's kind of hard to.
You have your own YouTube channel?
I do. I don't upload as much as I used to. I'm kind of just in Instagram now.
Okay.
But where was I going with this? I want to.
I'm so sorry.
It's all good. It's all good.
I should have took
it's all
you
good,
off
bro.
track.
No, the short film.
Okay. Yeah.
So right now I'm in this building stage where I'm just so busy trying to make sure the business side of it is up there, because at the end of the day I have to make a living. So I'm looking at it as a business side, and sometimes the passion dies down a little bit. Not that it dies down, but I'd love to just like sit in my room for a couple of days or go out and film just stuff that I want to film for fun. But now I have clients that I have to make videos for, and that's a good thing, right? That's the goal. But yeah, I want to do a short film, but I think it's gonna have to be after this little building stage, after I get over this little hump.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
You know what genre you would do? Like what type of movie or
I don't know,
what type
man.
of short film?
Definitely a drama for sure.
Drama
For sure. I've seen people do short horror films, and it's not, I've never been like, oh, I want to make a short horror film, but it's like kind of intriguing. Like, I wonder how we could do a good job with it. Like,
you gotta do like a mystery type thing.
Yeah, maybe kind of a mix in between, like a drama / thriller / nothing cheesy though, like something, that would not even like visual effects. Like, how can you scare somebody with without a scary costume? Like, and that's what I'm saying. Maybe it wouldn't even be like a scary, just like a thriller, Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, for sure. How long do you think it would take to write something like that?
Man, probably months, bro.
Yeah, it sounds like a passion project for real.
Absolutely, yeah, because it has to be a passion project, I mean,
yeah,
you could write it in a day or two. I actually, before my business started picking up, I probably could have done it then, Cause
do you know how to write? Like,
no, but I'll figure it out, bro.
Right.
I mean,
of course.
Yeah. I mean, that's the same. I didn't know how to do any of this, I just wing it and trial and error and throw yourself in there. And I think that's the same with anything, right? I'm sure when you started, you didn't know about all the little details like soundproofing or the echoes.
No.
Yeah, and you start learning, as you go, just like anything.
Yes, certainly.
Yeah. What about you? How long have you had this setup?
So we did this in July, midway through July, maybe July 10th, and I've been in here just working since the end of July.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So what made you want to take that leap to get your own space to do it?
Well, I was recording originally at my mom's crib, and I just wanted to be able to interview guests, and I didn't want people coming to my mom's house.
Absolutely.
And my mom
Yeah,
lived
that
and
makes
stuff
sense.
Like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So
that's
we're over
cool,
here.
man. Yeah.
And I always wanted to have my own space. Like I've interned at other podcast studios.
Yeah.
And I always just seen how it works over there. And I was like, yeah, I can do this for myself.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what we've been doing over here.
So what got you into the podcasting? Because I know you're always at events trying to,
So besides, like the boxing events that I do.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I always want to be on the radio. Like I've always been just a talker. Like I've always talk.
I remember in class.
Yeah, talk.
The debates.
Yes, in class, certainly. But, like, when I was a kid, I was always talking, like, even over the teacher. And I used to get in trouble for that. Like, we used to get these signatures on our not our report card, but, like, it's like a behavior card or whatever.
Yeah.
And I used to get signatures for talking in class almost every day. Every day. My mom used to get on to me about that. Teachers used to get on to me about that. They're like, your mom's down the hallway. Because my mom always worked at the school that I'm at. They're like, your mom is down the hallway. I can literally go get her.
Yeah.
And you're still talking while I'm supposed to be teaching or whatever. So, like,
Yeah.
I always got in trouble for talking in class. I had this one teacher in 5th grade. She would call me, like, bathwater because, like, if you let bathwater go, it just runs and runs and runs until you shut it off.
Exactly.
So she would say that whenever I'm just talking and talking. She would say bathwater to remind me to shut up.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've always been a talker. I like talking to people. I like having conversations, whether I disagree or agree or we're just conversating. I just like talking to people.
Okay.
So that's how I got into podcasting. I always wanted to be on the radio. And then I think like sometime throughout high school, I noticed that radio was dying. Like nobody cares about what's on the radio anymore. Nobody's turning on the radio to listen to somebody's take, or nobody's turning on the radio even listen to music anymore. Everybody has their own like little iPhone and iPod or whatever, where they listen to their own music or they go to their own podcast or whatever. So yeah, since then, I think 2020 happened, the pandemic happened, and we were all just cooped up in the house. And you just get so bored. You're like, I want to do something. I got to do something. And during that time, podcasting became my hobby.
Okay.
What the fuck is going on right now?
I don't know.
Yeah. Podcasting just became my hobby during that time.
Yeah. That's cool, man. That's cool. I was just wondering, you know. I mean, because obviously you're passionate about it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I love this. And then as far as pre and post fight commentary, also throughout the pandemic, I started watching fights more. So I started watching MMA fights, and I started watching because at that time the only thing that was on was UFC and WWE. So I was watching UFC, WWE, and then when boxing came back, I got back on the boxing train. So since then, I've been a huge combat sports fan. Like I don't even watch football anymore.
Really?
Yeah, I don't watch football or basketball.
Yeah.
I'll like go on the social media page and see if the Mavericks won or something. But I don't even watch the games anymore. I'm always watching,
combat sports.
Yeah, combat sports.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Or esports. I watch a lot of esports now too.
Okay.
Yeah, like Call of Duty League. I watch that too.
What is there like a commentator or a reporter, someone that you've seen that you like their style that makes you kind of want to learn from them?
There's Charlemagne the God, hip hop like mogul. Probably just the biggest media name in hip hop ever, besides him and Wendy Williams. So yeah, Charlemagne the God, DJ Academics. Have you ever heard of DJ Academics?
I haven't.
You haven't. Okay, Joe Budden. Have you ever heard of Joe Budden?
Yeah.
Okay, Joe Budden.
I've seen funny videos about him.
Okay.
He's like knocking on someone's door.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, for sure. And then as far as commentary in combat sports, like a Ariel Helwani or a Luke Thomas, just guys who talk about sports or combat sports all the time. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I was just wondering, you know. I think everybody has someone they not necessarily look up to, but at least like something from them, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you know what? I kind of like that style. Because we all learn from somebody. I don't think, you know how people are like, oh, I made it on my own. Like, no, you didn't, bro. Like, somebody helped you.
No, you didn't.
Yeah. Somebody helped. You know, even if you're the best athlete in the world, there's an agent that connected you, or like somebody walked you through this.
A coach that helped you when you were in Pee Wee.
Somebody. There's always
teammates.
Teammates. Everything revolves around it. You know. Yeah, the work you put in, it still deserves respect. You still should be respected as a hardworking person for the work you put into your craft or whatever it may be, right? But somebody's gonna lend you a hand one day to be like, you know what, come on this podcast with me, just like you did to me. Or you know, somebody might help you, like, hey, come film this huge fight event. I mean, come be the commentator at this huge fight event. You know,
yeah.
It's just opportunities that are given to you when you're ready for them. But I don't think nobody's born knowing anything. You know, like somebody taught you something, whether it was on YouTube, like somebody made the YouTube video. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So I think whether it's like you taking inspiration, getting inspiration from a reporter, a commentator, whatever it may be. Or me, like if I was doing acting and I was like, oh, I like the way this guy acts, you know, like those actors I named. Or if you're a fighter, you're like, I like the way this guy, you know, the way he jabs and keeps his opponent off him, you know, or like the way like Canelo dodges punches, or how Mayweather, you know, does defense, stuff like that, you know. I think you can always I think everybody gets inspiration from other people. And there's like this one quote, I don't know exactly how it goes, but it's something like that everything is like a copy of a copy of a copy. I think you've heard of it.
Yes, I've heard something.
Whether it's art, like if you look at art, real famous paintings, like it's inspiration.
It's like everybody is influenced by somebody.
Exactly.
And then that leads to more influence, and it just a trickle down effect. Yeah, I've heard that.
100%.
Yeah. probably asked you this. I'm sorry, it's the fucking morning,
It's all
bro. I
good,
just
bro.
woke up,
Me
man.
too, bro. Not too long ago.
Okay, so would you ever do a boxing event? Did I ask you this?
No, you haven't.
Okay, thank the
Yeah.
Lord, thank the heavens that I did not ask you this. Would you do a boxing event? Would you like film it?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think it'd be great.
I gotta connect you with my boss.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool, bro. Like I said, I don't have my niche yet. It's not like, oh, I only film this. I don't know. Like I'm open to anything right now, you know?
What's something that you absolutely will not do? Like you will not film?
That's a tough one. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I mean, it's gonna sound bad, but like, I wouldn't film any like sex stuff or anything like that. You know, like
no nude stuff.
No nude stuff. Yeah.
No OnlyFans.
No OnlyFans. No nude stuff.
What if a woman was like, yeah, I give you $20K to film it?
I probably wouldn't do it.
You wouldn't
bro.
do it.
I don't know.
All
I mean, yeah, I probably wouldn't do it.
Right,
I mean, I would need the money,
what
but
about 60K?
I'd be 60K.
60K.
Bro, I was just like, I wouldn't. I don't think I could do it, bro. I don't think I could do it. No.
Okay, for sure.
I don't think so. I want to do it my way, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe I'd be like, I'd pass it on to another client, be like, bro, give me a percentage, just, you know.
Yeah.
Something, I don't know.
You do this, give me a percentage.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to film any nude stuff or anything. Even there's certain things that I don't want to film, like pranks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not huge against pranks or anything like that, but anything that's gonna put me like in danger, or
just
that can jeopardize like
yeah.
like I feel like an OnlyFans or like filming like sex videos or stuff like that. That's just not good for me, you know. Like I want, obviously my company would have a reputation, you know. I want to film cinematic stuff, support small businesses. So to be honest, it just kind of be going against like my morals and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
you got to keep your morals.
Yeah, you have to keep your morals. At the same time, you have to be willing to film things that aren't in your culture. That, you know, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I only film Christians, or I only film this, or like, no. Yeah. But at the same time, I'm not gonna film something that's completely against, like, you know, like I have a mother, I have a sister. Like, I'm not gonna go out and film sex videos and stuff. You know, I wouldn't feel good about it on the inside. You know.
I understand.
And like back to the prank videos and stuff, I like prank videos they're cool and stuff, but I think there's a certain level where it starts getting risky, you know? Like you go to the hood and you start doing these pranks, like somebody's going to pull out a gun on you, and I'm not going to get shot over a video, you know? Like little things like that. It's just not really my style, you know? So I guess those are kind of some examples of things I wouldn't film. I'm sure there's other things I wouldn't film that just putting myself in a dangerous spot, you know? Maybe, I don't know. But for the most part, I'm pretty open to filming things.
Okay, for sure. For sure. Jesus Christ, I forgot my next question. So I follow this page on Instagram called Nature is Metal, right? And there's like, they just show like what goes on between animals and nature. It's barbaric and filthy. Like the other day, there was like this bear mauling or eating something. Would you film nature?
Yes, bro.
Yeah,
100.
like
I forgot to mention. That's
you would
something I want to get into, like Discovery Channel and all that.
Yeah, you do that. You're into that.
Yeah, like if they came up to me and said like, you know what, you can come over for a year, work with us, and like a year contract or something, I'd definitely take it, bro. Like that'd be so cool. Like film nature, animals. It's just so different, you know. And
would
I
you
think
be worried about your safety with that though? I think you would have the drone, so you want to be close.
I think I'm sure they're safe. I know the cameras are real tight on the animals, but I'm sure there's ways that they do it to where, you know, if they were getting killed all the time, they'd be canceled, you know.
Yeah.
Or they wouldn't be filming that stuff. But there's lenses, bro, that allow you to capture stuff from a really, really far away, you know. Like we could be in this building, like standing by the window, and the building across the highway, we could see into somebody's room. Like there's lenses like that, like really, you know. So I'm assuming, I don't have any experience in that, but I'm assuming that that's how they film those animals, you know, like dangerous animals at least, you know, like lions, wolves, stuff like. I doubt there's gonna be somebody standing in front of a wolf with a camera, you know.
Yeah, certainly.
So, and they also hide cameras, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they hide them. Fun random fact, but did you know that there's like crazy monkeys out there, like in the forest, that like I saw like a documentary about it.
Like they grab cameras?
No, well, not cameras, but it reminded me because they place cameras, right? That's how they get all these cool angles. And I saw this documentary about this camera, not this camera, the monkeys. They kill each other, bro.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
like kill. They're like cannibals.
Yes.
Yeah, like they just like break each other's arm and like.
Yeah, chimps are like that.
Yeah, I forgot what. Yeah, it was. They were chimps. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
chimps are
crazy
just like
chimps,
that.
and they got. I don't know how they got the shots, but like they were up there and they get the shots of them falling, like throwing each other off.
Yeah, it's so barbaric. Yes, that's
crazy.
that's what chimps do. They grab
Yeah.
monkeys and they throw them off.
Yeah, bro. So
Yeah.
it's crazy. That just reminded me like of something dangerous that, you know, an example of how they place those cameras and hide them is in the shot. Like they were, like there was a group of them like killing the monkeys, and then the camera was like, the shot was close, so you could see everything around it. But those are like hidden cameras. Or like, have you seen those shots of like lions, like shots of like lions or stuff like getting like right in front of the camera? Like those
Yeah.
are all hidden cameras that they hide there. I don't know like what
I
kind
watch
of
a
cameras.
lot of bear videos. So
Oh, yeah?
bears fighting each other, bears mauling things.
Really?
I
You're
watch
like
a lot
Joe
of those.
Rogan.
Yeah, yeah. I actually am more like more ways than
Yeah,
not. I
yeah.
have my own podcast.
Yeah.
I do pre and post fight interviews.
Yeah, you're Joe Rogan.
Yeah,
bro.
I'm like
next
the
Joe
Fort Worth
Rogan.
Joe Rogan.
Yeah, Fort Worth Joe Rogan.
Fort Worth
That's
Joe
your new
Rogan.
nickname.
But yeah, and bears are my
Yeah.
favorite animal. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, they can run.
Yeah, they're fast.
Yes,
Yeah,
dude,
they're
that's
fast.
crazy.
They can climb too.
Yeah,
They
bro.
can climb like a
They're-
motherfucker.
The whole deal.
Yes.
Yeah, they're fucking.
And they can
ruthless.
fight like a motherfucker too.
And they'll stand up and they'll
Yes.
square up on you.
They'll wrestle. They'll do it all, bro. Bears do it all. I love bears.
Yeah. That's. I heard polar bears are really. Aren't they really like
Yeah, they're
ruthless?
ferocious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the most dangerous bear?
A grizzly.
The grizzly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably the biggest. Yeah, I believe it's the biggest.
How tall is it? When
I don't fucking know. I know they get up to like what, 8 feet, 9 feet. I
Damn.
don't know.
Imagine,
I
bro.
don't know exactly, but yeah.
What would you do if you're like 50 feet away?
From a bear.
Yeah.
Hope that motherfucker don't smell me. Hope it doesn't. It's not hungry. Hope it just ate. I hope it just
Oh,
ate a
shit.
good deer, big old deer. It's full. It don't need nothing else. It just look at me and go about its day.
Let's do a scenario. Like.
I'm shooting that motherfucker.
Okay.
That's
No,
how
no.
it's gonna go.
Okay. No. Wait. Let's do this. You have a pistol. All you have is a pistol on you, right?
Okay.
And you only got.
I'm fucked already.
No. Yeah, you're fucked already.
Yeah, I'm fucked already. All I have is a pistol.
All you have is a pistol. Just one clip, bro. And then you're about 50 feet away. And there's 2 trees.
2 trees.
So you make a decision. You're like, and he's kind of like looking at you. You're like, okay, do I try to kill him now, or do I try to hope he goes away and I kind of climb up this tree or something?
Nah, you gotta get him now, bro.
Yeah?
I can't wait for him to walk away, think he gone, and then he come back out of nowhere behind me. He walks around.
Got your
Attacks me from behind. No, I gotta get him now. No, I got it. No, I'm not gonna play with it. I'm not gonna play with him. I'm not gonna play with him. I'm not even gonna give him the chance to walk away. No, I'm getting him out of there.
What if you miss though? You get all nervous. And your hands
Nah, your ass now, nah. You shoot at a bear.
You're like, boom, boom.
Imagine being the bear and you see a human and you like, nah, I'm not even gonna fuck with him. I'm good. And then you see a gunshot come your way. You like, oh, now I gotta kill this nigga. Like, now I gotta go get him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
You get nervous and you miss.
nah, he's not even looking at you. The bear not even looking at you, but you shaking. You like, nah, this is crazy. Nah, this is crazy. I hope I never have to experience this. I think, but like I read somewhere, cause no, actually I didn't read it. I watched the video. Me and my friend were arguing on who would win between a bear and a gorilla, and so I watched a video on it, and they were talking about like the feats and like the stats and the attributes of both. And they read off in a newspaper that a bear tanked a shotgun shells.
What?
Yeah, you know how those things like spray,
Yeah.
like in their shells.
Mhm.
They said like a bear shrugged it off, like.
Damn. Like
So that's something like if I got a pistol, I'm already fucked. Like,
yeah, unless you get it like right in the head, that's the only way.
you gotta get that motherfucker a couple times in the head, and it's probably the same spot, like
Yeah.
over and over. Yeah,
You got to sneak behind them.
yeah.
Oh, that was funny, bro.
Bears. It's a no-no for me.
Yeah, I like wolves.
You like wolves?
Yeah, I just think
Wolves are cool too.
They're just like cool animals. It's hard to explain, right? Like, why do you like that animal? I don't know, bro. It's a cool animal.
No, wolves are really cool too. I like wolves. I like wolves more than I like lions.
Really? Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Lions are cool too, but I don't know, something about wolves.
I just feel like lions are cliche. Like when people be like a lion's their favorite animal, I'm like, that's cliche. What's your favorite number 3? Like,
yeah.
it's just predictable. Like,
Yeah. I mean,
favorite color's
lions are
probably
cool.
blue or red at that point. Like, you're just a predictable person. At
I just like that. Like, I guess
I
it's
like
kind of
wolves,
cliche
though.
too, but like that lone wolf stuff. Like,
Nah, I don't think wolves are cliche.
I
mean,
don't know.
The lone wolf aspect, yes, but
Yeah.
like wolves are pretty cool. I like wolves. I like tigers. I like
Mhm.
bears. Bears number 1, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, wolves are pretty cool.
Yeah. I guess because I like dogs too. I don't know. They're like a big version of a dog. You
Yeah,
know?
that's what they are.
Yeah.
That's what they used to be.
I had a friend who
They
used
say
to
that's how modern day men are.
What?
Where the dogs and old school men are like
We're the
wolves.
wolves, yeah. That's funny. I
Yeah.
had a friend who had a dog, and it was, I don't know what the dogs are called. They're like 2% dog, dude. They're like 98% wolf and 2% dog. But like legally, they're still dogs, so you can still own them like in your house.
Okay.
Bro, they were huge. They were like wolves basically, in his house, like outside.
But they weren't like ferocious or nothing.
Well, not with me, but I never try to pet them either. Like,
Okay,
I'm not
yeah.
risking it, you know.
Yeah.
But there's some big dogs out there.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. Anyways, wolves, bears.
Back to what you said you wouldn't do. As far as pranks, would you do prank videos if it was like for an MTV show, like MTV pranks?
Maybe. I don't know, bro. It's kind of like a fine line because you want to make a living, you want to do stuff, but you don't want to compromise your values and the type of person you want to be. I'm not saying you're a bad person if you do prank videos, right? But if that's not what my aspirations are, why am I going to go down that path, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, yeah, you'll take opportunities even if it's not the perfect one, but there's a fine line between what you want to do. So, I don't know. I wouldn't like pranks being done on me personally.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be like
do it to somebody else.
So I wouldn't want to do it to anybody else, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's just not
That's
my
good
cup
karma.
of tea.
That's good karma. You don't do onto others what you want done to yourself.
Exactly.
So.
And I think there's a fine line, but like pranks where you like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I laugh at some of them. Like when,
I'll bet you do.
When they tell the people like you just won some AirPods and then they go outside and the ringer goes off. You haven't seen those?
No, I have not seen this.
So like, there's an old lady, right? It's fucked up, bro. Like this young guy, he's like, he goes up to this old lady. He's like, "Ma'am, you just won some AirPods." She's like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah, you did." And she's like, "For what?" And he's like, "No." He's like, "No, you won them." She's like, "Oh, thank you so much." Like poor old lady, bro. Like she's so happy she won some AirPods. And they start filming her. She's walking out of Walmart. As soon as she walks out, bro, the alarm goes off. Like they just gave it to her. Like it's messed up.
Like she stole them.
Yeah, bro, and she's so innocent. Like,
no, that's so messed up.
It's messed up, but it's fun. But I would never do that. I would never do anything like that.
That's wrong.
but like,
because now they gonna think she's still
yeah,
trying to
exactly,
steal them.
bro.
Yeah, it's out of pocket.
And
that's out of
yeah,
pocket.
it is. But I mean, I do watch some prank videos because it gives me a good laugh when you're having a bad day, you know.
Yes.
But
yes,
but I still I don't think I would do it, bro. I'm not a fan of me doing it. But there's certain things that, like for example, like I don't like tattoos on me, but I'm not against tattoos. Like I think tattoos look really cool on some people. Maybe one day I'll get one. Like it would have to mean a lot to me, you know. Like I wouldn't just go get drunk and get a tattoo because I want a tattoo. Like, and there's some people that I respect it too. Like they don't really think too much about their tattoos. Like they just like the art.
Yeah.
Like they want like art on their body, which is cool too. But for me personally, if I were to get a tattoo, it would have to be something that's really meaningful, you know. I don't know yet. I'm not there yet, but it's kind of the same. I'm not against tattoos, but it's not for me. I kind of view pranks the same way. Like I'm not against them. I'm not gonna judge you. I don't think you're a bad person. Can you do them? Well, now there's stuff that is out of pocket, right?
Yeah, some stuff is too far.
Yeah,
but I get what you're saying.
It's just not my cup of tea, you know.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
But yeah.
Have you ever had like a client that was like so beautiful that made your hand shake or get clammy?
No.
He said none of y'all are beautiful. That's what he just said. He said none of y'all.
No, I have a girl right now, so it's
Okay, yeah, he's
Yeah.
keeping it respectful.
Yeah, I'm
He's keeping it respectful.
Yeah.
Okay,
But no, I haven't. I mean, I try to keep it professional. I do keep it professional. So, yeah.
Yeah. Is it ever tough to keep it professional? Like you never had somebody that's just stunning, like
No.
no?
No. I mean, for the most part, it's really weird when I go in there, bro. Like, kind of like my not personality, but I'm there to work. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it to you, because I film at like clubs and stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'm around the environment of sometimes of like people partying, you know, drinks, alcohol, all that stuff, and not because I want to. It's just like a good. I mean, I enjoy it, but I'm not there like drinking, getting.
Give me one more second.
No worries. My allergies are horrible today. So I'm around the atmosphere sometimes where like, you know, at clubs and stuff, but when I'm there, like I'm really focused. Like I'm focused on like I'm not like necessarily like getting drunk and stuff. Like, you know, like I'm there to work. I have to get the right shots and stuff. And plus, I have all this gear on me. Like I wouldn't want to be drunk and then something happens and they steal all my gear. But
your gear gets stolen, or something gets broken.
Weird. Yeah, and like
I
I'll
wouldn't
film
want that either.
when I film like quinceañeras and stuff. Like I filmed a quinceañera this past weekend, and we were in the center. What do you call it? Well, they were like the daddy daughter dance, right? While they're dancing, and obviously the whole crowd is just looking at them, and I'm there like right next to them getting the shots. So like with this huge rig. And it's like normally in the past I'd be like, man, like I feel awkward, like everybody's looking at me with this rig, but I'm like, no, bro, like they're paying me, like I'm here to do a job.
This is what I'm
here
here
to
to do.
that job. Like I don't care if they're judging me because I look like a weirdo holding the camera. I don't care, bro. Like, you know, if I was working for Hollywood and I look like a weirdo and you see me looking like a weirdo filming Leonardo DiCaprio, Denzel Washington, you're not gonna be judging me.
Some
$1
million widow right
you're
there.
Gonna be like, that dude's filming some legit shit, you know?
Yeah.
So I carry myself the same way. If I'm filming at a small bar, if I'm filming a quinceañera, a small business, like I take pride in what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna film it as if I were filming a celebrity, you know, the same way. And so yeah, always keep it professional in that way, you know. Always give it my all and just keep it professional, you know. Focus on my craft. When I'm there, bro, I'm locked in on that screen. Like there's nothing that's gonna distract me. Like I'm locked in, you know.
Yeah. I had some questions for you.
Absolutely.
I pretty much, I believe I asked most of them already.
It's all good.
Just trying to make sure that I got to them. Yeah, it looks like I've asked you every single one of these.
Yeah.
Just kick it for the rest.
Yeah. No more chilling. That was funny, bro. That bear laugh was funny, bro.
Man, that bear stuff was crazy.
Do you ever notice how good it is to laugh? Like, it's so good for the soul, bro.
Yeah, I noticed, like, I would probably be depressed if I didn't laugh every day.
Yeah.
I laugh every day.
That's good.
Every day I find something to laugh at.
Yeah, and that's a good thing, man.
Yeah, that's a blessing.
It is a blessing.
That is a blessing.
Because you can have having the worst day.
And I'll find something.
Yeah, bro. And sometimes you need to find something. You have to seek it. Like,
not for the most part, I really don't have to.
Yeah,
like,
that's good.
Social media is so funny sometimes.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, you just scroll.
Yeah, bro. I'll be having a bad day, bro. And
I'll be
just
upset.
Like, yeah.
I'll be mad.
Yeah.
And something funny will appear on my TL, and I just like out of nowhere, like.
It's so funny, bro.
Yeah.
Like TikToks and all that, they're so hilarious. Yeah, it's just laughing so good for you. Like, I try to just look at the positive sometimes. Even when things go bad, sometimes you can just laugh about it, you know?
Yeah.
Like last time, bro, I was on the way to the office and I left the house and then I was turning around the block. I was like, shit, I forgot something. I came back. I left again to get it after I had picked up that thing. And I was like, shit, I forgot something else. And then it happened again, bro. I had forgot like 3 times in a row.
No, that would suck.
But I was like, I just started laughing about it. I was like, bro, like, I'm alive, like, and
That's all that
yeah,
matters,
and then I texted my cousin. I was like, hey, bro, remember that one time we went to the Rangers game, and like 30 minutes into the drive, you were like, fuck the tickets, and then he went home. We had to go home. Like, you know, it sparked a good memory.
Yeah.
And where was I going with
nowadays? That stuff's on your phone. So
yeah, it was different. And it's crazy. It wasn't even that long ago, probably 6 years ago. But I mean, a lot has changed in 6 years with technology.
We won the actual World Series.
I know. Yeah, a lot has changed.
Were you excited when that happened?
I'm not a huge baseball guy.
Me
Nothing
neither,
against
but
it,
a
but
lot of people
it
are
was
going
cool.
crazy.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
working, so I couldn't really go out to the parade or anything. I had to work, but
I wanted to go to the parade, but then I thought about the traffic, and I was like, nah, I'm not gonna
yeah,
put
I heard
myself
it
through
was.
that.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was a
so I
lot of
missed
traffic.
out.
But it's. I mean, yeah, it was cool, bro. It's cool to rep the city. To see the city win. It's always a good thing.
Yeah, that is
Um,
nice. That is nice.
yeah,
Would you want to do like a big sporting event like that? Because you mentioned like
yeah.
NFL. Would you sign a 3-year contract with the NFL
Maybe.
or Major League Baseball or
Yeah, maybe
NBA or?
sacrifice a few years,
Mhm.
just to get that exposure. Because I mean, when you do that, you'll meet so many people.
Yeah,
Like even when you decide to stop working with them, when you branch off on your own, you'll have known and met so many people that you're set. Like
yeah,
as far as clients, you're not gonna be worried about clients. You're like, this NFL player. Before you do a great job with him, he's gonna recommend you to this person, and before you know it, you're working for nothing but ballers. You know what I mean? Like, and even it's just you're gonna be working in a good environment, somewhere that has good opportunities. I think whether that's the NFL, that's MMA, boxing, a movie set, a well-known TV channel. It's just good. I think it'd be a good opportunity, but I would do it with the intention of like branching off one day.
what's too long of a deal for you?
I don't know. I feel like 3 years is kind of pushing it
Yeah,
because that's. I mean, yeah, it's a great opportunity, but I also I have so much belief in myself and what I can do. I can see myself in 3 years just doing my own thing right now. Obviously, I would have maybe team members, right? Grow it a little bit, whatever. But being my own boss, I think in 3 years, that has a lot of potential. So it's like I have that much faith in myself.
hmm
And maybe it would be good either way, but I don't feel like 3 years is kind of pushing it. I don't
yeah,
know. I feel like 1 year is
a good amount.
a good amount. Yeah, that's enough time for me to get in there, meet people,
hmm
do a great job for the company, and then go do my own thing. And then I
Yeah,
think the
1 year's
pay would
cool.
be well. So
Yeah, 1 year's cool. I think if I did a deal, I'd want something like I like the stability.
yeah,
So yeah, 3 years, 4 years would be good for
3 4 years. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's good.
yeah,
But it also depends on what lifestyle you want, right?
yeah,
Like
certainly.
it just depends, and there's no right or wrong. It's just what lifestyle do you want, Because we can't. Not everybody can be their own boss. If that's the case, then we're all fucked because nobody's
Yeah,
gonna want to work.
yeah. There's no
Yeah,
workers. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
And everybody's equally as important. It's just different roles. Because when you become your own boss, and this is on a small scale, right? Because I'm still a small business owner. But I think the same rule applies to big businesses. There's no you're always working. Yeah, I don't have to clock in and out, but technically speaking, I'm always on the clock because even when I go film and I'm done filming for the day, now I got hours of editing ahead of me
Yep.
that I have to manage well because I have other clients and another gig tomorrow, and you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. So you're never really clocking. You're always working. If I'm not filming, I'm editing. If I'm not editing, I'm filming. If I'm not doing that, I'm working on trying to on my social media page, making it look good, checking emails, keeping track of expenses,
The
stuff
social
like
media part is the most exhausting
yeah,
part to me.
yeah,
Besides the editing,
yeah,
but
yeah,
the whole finding people online
yeah.
that I want to interview or that
Uh-huh.
I'd be is interesting and is a potential interview in the future.
Mhm.
Networking,
Mhm. Mhm.
scheduling, making videos, uploading it. It's all exhausting.
Yeah.
It really is. I
Mhm.
just want to get in here and talk to people.
Yeah.
That's all I
Yeah.
want to do. Just sit
How
down and
how
talk
do
with
you
people.
how do you get people? So all the people that you've interviewed, you reach out to them
Yeah.
for the most part.
Yeah, I've had a couple people that have texted me and showed interest, but I haven't interviewed them yet. Most people I have asked them. Yeah.
Interesting. That's cool, man. Yeah. Before you know it, you're gonna have people hitting you up. You
Yeah,
know.
I've had a few, but I just it's more I understand the motives when I'm the one doing it. When somebody else is hitting me up, I don't know what the motive is. I'm like, is he trying to rob me? What is going on? I don't even know this dude. Is
Yeah.
this guy
I
trying
mean,
to rob me?
you have to be you have to be careful. I mean, me too,
Yeah.
bro. I've had people, they hit me. It's risky sometimes because it's dangerous out here.
Yeah, it
You have to
is.
take care of yourself, and
This is expensive equipment and stuff.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. You don't know who has good intentions, like,
Yeah.
so you have to be careful. Or like when I go out to film at bars here and there, I don't like to go by myself because
I
especially like at
understand.
Seventh, like bro, like it's just sometimes it's kind of risky, you know. Sometimes there's a lot of bad people out there that are
Mm-hmm.
looking for trouble, like,
Yeah.
you know.
I understand.
And then when you're by yourself, if I'm by myself with all this gear, like
It's easier.
it's easier to. So I like to take like I'll take my brother with me or my cousin, you know, and not even to party. Like we'll just, I mean, yeah, maybe we'll have a drink or two, but really just because when it's two of y'all, it's more like stability, you know. Like
Yeah.
you're a little bit safer. Like somebody's less
Certainly.
likely to start a problem or stuff like that,
Certainly.
you know. Just to look out for each other. Just I would do the same for somebody. If I would do the same if my brother had stuff, my
Yeah.
cousin, my friend, my buddy, you know. And I've been fortunate with, you know, surrounded by good people that are like supportive. Like, yeah, I got you, bro. Let's go. You know.
Yeah. Same. Same.
Mm-hmm.
For the most part, like my best friend edits my videos.
Okay.
So yeah.
That's dope. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's badass. Yeah. So what kind of people do you like to interview? Like, do you have a specific audience that you like to target, or?
So I guess you could say between like hip hop artists
Mhm.
and like rappers and fighters,
Mm-hmm.
because I've interviewed the most rappers and fighters on here. But
Mhm.
really, it's just people I find interesting or do something interesting.
Yeah.
I don't care. I really don't care what you do as long as it's interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if you just manage artists. Like if you're a manager, I'll talk to a manager.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something interesting.
I think that'd be cool if you do kind of like today's. 'Cause I've seen a little bit of your page, right? And
Mhm.
and I, for the most part, I seen like you do a lot of fighters and stuff. And I think if you do kind of expand it, I think it'd be good for you. Like not just on the marketing, but like I think like who you are as a person. Not that I know you on that deep of a level, right? But you seem like someone who finds interest in a lot of things, and whether you bring like a chef or something, you know, they'll teach you
Yeah.
about like cooking.
Yeah.
Like everything has a craft, bro. Like,
I want to get a psychic in here one day.
oh yeah,
Yeah, like so I can see if they're bullshitting or not.
yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be really good. Yeah.
It'd be cool. But one thing I've learned, bro, is everything is a craft, dude. Whether
Mhm.
you're a dishwasher, whatever it is, it takes work. Like it takes. There's a certain way to do things. So I respect everybody in that way. I respect any job. Like you might be like, he's just a garbage man. Like, okay, you go do it. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
I
saying?
couldn't do that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Or-
stench all day.
exactly. Or
And
like
being around that type of filth, like
Yeah.
just knowing there's that type of bacteria's on my
Yeah,
hand
yeah,
or
like,
around me.
just
couldn't do it.
everything is to be respected when it comes to work, you know.
Certainly.
At least when it comes to stuff like being a dishwasher, being a cook, being a mopping the floor. Like you try to mop it as fast as he did, I bet you can't do it on your first try, you know.
Yes.
Like little things like that, like the guys who clean in the NBA who were mopping the floor like in between the breaks, you know. Like it's a craft, bro. Everything is a craft.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think that'd be cool if you like brought in people of different crafts, and you'll kind of
Yeah, it's pretty much what I do.
yeah yeah, that's what you do.
But I just lean towards fighters because
Yeah, it's what you love.
I love
Yeah,
talking to fighters.
that's awesome.
And same for rap,
Yeah.
hip hoppers.
Absolutely.
Hip
That's
hoppers.
great,
But
yeah.
yeah.
That's
Yes.
awesome.
Feels like a comfortable spot to end it unless you go and talk about anything else.
No, I mean, unless you're trying to have a good laugh, bro.
Yeah, let's have a good laugh. What's up?
I don't know. It's like, what's a funny scenario? I'm trying
Funny
to laugh.
scenario.
Bro. That bear
A
thing was funny.
Nah, that bear thing was crazy.
Okay, what's the funniest thing that's happened to you this year?
Funniest thing that's happened to me this year. That's kind of tough because, like, a lot of funny things happen, but, like, it's just too many funny things happen, so you kind of forget.
Yeah, me too.
What's the funniest thing that's happened this year? I don't know. I think arguing with people on shooting games is the funniest
Oh,
things
yeah?
that happen. Like, I have one of my best friends for life. He has a little brother, and I became really close with his little brother too. So that's like my little brother now, and we're on shooting games together, and like we will be playing a game, and somebody would DM one of us and be like, "Yeah, nice hacks," and that used to be so funny to us because we'd be like, "We're not hacking." Like, just imagine somebody assuming like you're so good at the game, somebody assumes that you're hacking. Or like people just be so butthurt about losing
Yeah.
and stuff. Those are pretty funny
yeah,
moments.
those chats are funny.
Yeah, when people DM you and they're so
Yeah.
heated. Yeah,
That
that's.
shit's funny. I think I have a notes. There's so many funny things that happen to me.
Yeah,
that
what's the
I
funniest
take
thing that happened to
notes,
you?
bro. Like I'm about to look something up. I don't know. I'm going to my notes and looking up.
Oh, so
funny
you
stories.
put it in your notes when something funny happens?
Yeah. Oh, here's a funny one, bro. I was working at Gloria's
Mhm.
as a server. this. I'm going up to the table, because so do you know more or less how it works? Like
Yeah.
being a server, right? You have a certain amount of tables, right? You have a section, and then they sit somebody in your section, and that's your cue. Like, okay, that's my table. I'm gonna go talk to them. Anyways, they sat somebody, and I went up to them, and they were nice. They ordered their food or whatever. I take them their food throughout later on when it's ready, and then I check on them to see if everything is okay. As soon as I'm like, hey, is everything okay, y'all? The lady's like, fuck off. And then she's like, fuck off. And she's like, oh, sorry. Like, I can't. I have this disease where I can't stop cussing. Like, I have to cuss. And she's like, fuck, shit, fuck. Like, she couldn't stop cussing, bro. And
she had Tourette's or something?
I think that's what it's called, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she had that. What's it called?
Tourette's.
She had Tourette's, bro. And I had never heard of that before, bro. So, like, imagine like I'm having a normal day like at work, like I'm used to checking on my tables, and the first thing I hear back is everything's good. She's like, fuck off. Like, what the fuck? That threw me off.
That's the first thing she said, fuck off.
I was like,
yo.
I just stood still for like a couple seconds, but she was talking so fast that it made me laugh, like, and I didn't know that existed, bro. And then I'm like, what? Like, it was funny.
Yeah, they screamed random things too.
Her husband was like, he just started laughing. He was like, he's shaking his head, laughing. Like, it was funny, bro. That was a good time. I'm gonna have to look up one more, and then, because what happens when something
What's
really
some good stuff that's at Glorious? I gotta go there.
Some good stuff?
Yeah, some good stuff
the carne asada is really good. What else? The carne asada. I worked there for 10 months, and all I can say is the carne asada.
That's okay. Some people don't really eat where they.
Yeah, carne asada, ribeye, chicken soup.
Uh-huh.
Tamales were good. Yeah, it's all pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, the churros are really good too.
All right, yeah. Let's get that one last story or the last story, because my cameras are about to die.
Okay. Okay. So my cousin does thrifting.
Yeah.
He does like he flips
My mom and
clothes.
my grandma does thrifting.
Okay, that's cool. So have you ever heard of 817 Vintage Hype? No. It's a thrift store.
It sounds very familiar.
It's on Magnolia.
It sounds very familiar.
Okay, well they have one in Magnolia, right? It's my uncle's shop, and it's a really cool store. You should check it out someday. I think you'd like it. On Magnolia, and then they just opened one by TCU on a Blue Bonnet Circle. Anyways, they do thrifting there, or they sell thrift, clothes. Excuse me. So anyways, one time I go with my cousin to film him thrift at the family thrift, and they show up at like 5 a.m, bro. Like, those people there's a line by 5:30.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so we show up. It's pitch black outside, and there's a line, and my cousin pulls. He parks the car next to the line, just temporarily parks it, and he gets his chair out and he puts it there for him. So he can go park the car and come back and sit his
Somebody
chair.
sitting there.
Somebody sat down. As soon as he put the chair down, a guy sat down and he said, "Thank you." Because he didn't even know what to say. He was
I'm
like,
what type of asshole shit? Like soon as I open it up and put it down, dude sits.
It was funny, bro.
No, that's crazy. I'd be mad.
Yeah.
I'd be upset.
I was like,
who the fuck is this?
It shit threw him off. It threw me off. I was like, what the fuck?
Same.
I was like, no way that shit just happened.
I'd be like, who the hell is this guy? Where did he come from? Like,
the funniest part is that he said thank you.
Like it was for him.
That's the funny part.
Nah, thank you is crazy. Thank you is crazy. Like he brought it over just for him.
Yeah, exactly.
Like he knows, bro.
He pulled out the car. He put the chair just for him. Random ass car pulls up and puts a chair there. You're gonna think it's just for you.
Nah, that's main character energy, main character syndrome, all of that.
Oh,
you see my camera die?
Right on time.
Right on time. But yeah, I appreciate you for doing this episode, bro. It was a funny one.
Yeah, that was funny, bro.
No, that was funny.
That was cool, man.
All right, guys. If you made it to this point in the episode, I appreciate you for watching. Oh, can you tell them where they can find you at?
Yeah, I got tears on my face because of how hard we were laughing. But y'all can find me on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, or X now, Facebook at OrnelasProductions, ORNELAS Productions. And yeah, I do all kinds of video work, so check me out.
For sure. All right, if you made it to this point of the episode, you're the ones I fuck with the most. Appreciate you. It's Count Christian. Peace.